These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup.
It has been cleared to the blue side of top jungle has been cleared, so they will get away with this. This is a really nice pressure here from Gen.G. These are small things, right? They're a little bit behind on gold right now, but it's relatively negligible in the grand scheme of things. They get this first objective so quickly that now they can contest for the top side objective as well.
Yeah. Ocean Drake early, always going to help out. Also feels good because now you know there's no Ocean Soul in the game.
Yeah, obviously, but he is walking up to contest Grubs.
Yeah.
And Gen.G want to get everything. They want to get both sides of this.
Yeah, I mean, they got that Drake, as you mentioned, with the Grubs. So important for their comp as Lucid in a bit of trouble. He's going to have to flash this wall, but into the wall he goes, and all out it over the wall as well. The Ignite comes in, Lucid flashes for no reason, goes down, and Gen.G will get first blood, 2 Grubs, and now Paze is up in the top lane.
Yeah, Paze is just going to push Kingen out of this lane. There's no reason for Kingen to ult into Paze. They have to ult here now.
Should be able to force it. There's the ult, but now Lehens, he doesn't have flash, but he's trying to get enraged. He's a level 3 Poppy, and he just soloed a level 6 Malphite. I mean, obviously Kingen was very low, but man, Kingen not respecting and not flashing away from that one. Yeah. But also just if they're able to stack a couple of Cloud Drakes, like they already have so much disengage, like how do you get on anyone as DK? As we have an all out on the top side, Kingen, this is supposed to be a counter matchup, but well, at least he's got flash and he has his ult. Here comes the Maokai. There's the flash, but now Lehens is coming on in. He's getting revenge. Well, not revenge, but he's looking to double up. And now, bam.
450 in his pockets. Down here with Demolish, they will be able to get a turret in exchange. 5 Grubs for a Tristana for a Ziggs is actually more valuable than the solo Drake.
Yeah.
Lehens is going to come over here.
I absolutely agree. I feel like this is a consolation prize, which is really weird to say about one Infernal Drake, but especially in the current situation, like at least they get one Drake. It is Mountain Soul, which is going to be huge, I would say, for both sides. We'll see who can get more of those Drakes and who eventually gets the Soul, if it even spawns.
Yeah, I mean, Valdez is dooming early, but TP to the top side, and they're going for Herald. Ziggs plus Herald plus Tristana plus 5 Grubs is a problem that Dplus needs to somehow solve, and Kingen has TP.
They're not solving it. It doesn't look like they're really in position to solve it at all. I mean, Moham's just zoned away. The Rift Herald's gone. So they elect to choose option C, which is to, well, do nothing about it.
None of the above.
Yeah. He accidentally hit the wall. He pops out right in front of Showmaker. Now he's in a really awkward spot. Paze is going to flash that ult. That is huge that he avoids that knockup. And now Kingen so far ahead of his team, and nobody can join him as the MF ult hits pretty much nothing except Keen. Down will go the top laner. Aiming, though, is going to get that kill onto Lehens, but it's only Lehens. In goes Canyon. He's alone as well. And now DK are turning this fight around. Canyon's super low. They want to get that kill onto him as the Phosphorus Bomb barely going to miss. And Chovy does deny the missile. But
Punish there, trying to set up the ultimate, and then Chovy also not able to maximize value here as Paze may look for a steal. Pretty hard to do so.
I mean, the Ziggs, we'll see. He doesn't have his ult, so that's, if he had his ult, maybe. But yeah, it's not going to happen.
To be kind of just an ult button a lot of the time in team fights, but with double ups and with her passive, you hit multiple targets, you actually do a lot of damage.
Yeah. They absolutely do. That fight was very close. DK did come out ahead. They got that first dragon. It does look like Gen.G, though, continuing with the pressure. They get that mid-tier 1. Keen also getting to work on the bot tier 1. So they're going to have all tier 1 turrets taken down early on. The 5 Grubs really helping out with that and their composition, which we've mentioned many times.
Tech in. The Oblivion Orb.
I think it makes sense into this comp. There's just so much wombo combo. If you get caught by that, you want that extra shield. But Kingen just going to ult away. And now this Maokai ultimate getting huge value. Moham trying to crash down away from the team. But here comes Chovy and the rest of them. Gen.G on the chase. And with the Cassante leading the charge, they don't really have a way to get away. Canyon's going to lock down a kill. Lucid super low as he's going to get assassinated by Cassante as well. And so it is a 2-for-1. Canyon will go down. He did go slightly too far forward. Fears of a counter engage, but a bit of damage done to Moham already as they do look to set up here. You see the vision around the dragon is pretty much non-existent. There's no flank wards, nothing for Kingen. And if they see the Malphite just running straight at them, they know how to deal with that. So yeah, DK just not really going to be able to get in on this dragon. So that first one, the first Mountain Drake will go over towards Gen.G.
Look at Canyon's positioning.
Yep, he's got a very nice angle on this one. He is going to throw in the ult. They try to get on top of Toby, who is not quite able to buffer that one. The sleeve coming down, and Moham's totally going to miss on the left side, though. Down, though, will go Toby. It is a trade that DK will enjoy. And
combos, but also oppressive. And that's why they've committed so heavily to this mid turret, because theirs is down. And now TP coming through.
And there's a flank, and they're just kind of being squashed, aiming in a very awkward spot. As nice ult from Moham just to collapse this fight. But now the Ziggs ult comes in on top of aiming. He's just on the run. Kingen also has to ult away. Meanwhile, Moham's just dead once again on the left side, trying to just peel for the team. And he does that, but he also dies.
Lucid has flash, but I mean, this is looking pretty desperate. Remember, Kingen doesn't have flash, doesn't have ult.
They just don't have any setup. No Malphite ults, no flash, no Rel is the biggest one, and it's just free for the side of Gen.G. Like, yeah, maybe Lucid could have tried to flip it, but that's really risky. And so it's just Gen.G. They get one pick into a Baron. They found some angles, but the second that they kind of clamped down, got a little bit cleaner, DK just feels like they don't really have an angle. And it's not a huge amount of action. It's not any crazy, you know, back and forth ace big team fights, but
Chovy's playing Tristana, so he could solo that. He doesn't care. He will have some teammates come over now, but even if they needed to come defend the turret, he would just be able to sit over here, take this one down. Doesn't have teleport, but there's just nothing that Dplus could do to punish, because Baron buff is up. What can Dplus do to try to set up a fight here? It's not like Moham has teleport, you know? He can't be where he wants to be without vision.
Yeah. It's also really fun to watch Gen.G that even from this lead, they're showing an immense amount of respect. I mean, they are going to throw in an ult here just to try to drop some siege damage in. I mean, take a look at the health bars. Lucid and Showmaker very low, but DK do clear the wave. So feels like Gen.G, they really wanted to get the turret. They're not going to get it then, but they're going to get it now. So, yeah, you stepped up, you cleared the wave, you stopped it for one wave, but you didn't stop it for the next one.
I mean, it's just so easy to commit ults and grab a turret. That's what Maokai does. Follow the dragon, here we go again!
And DK, it looks like they don't really have pressure to go for a Baron, so they got to try to fight for this dragon. Chovy will respect it, will back away, but now team fight kind of brewing around the mid lane. Kingen getting a bit low. Keen trying to frontline. Here comes the Nature's Grasp, and now Kingen just so far away. The three-man knockup, and now the Rel comes over the top, takes down one, and Keen is in the backline, but he might go down, but not before taking down aiming, and that is the main character on the side of DK. Showmaker still existing, but can he do enough damage alone? The answer is no, as Pays and Toby, the two carries, charge through and finish off the team fight.
I feel like if the gold was a little bit closer, that might have been what gives Dplus a huge tip of the scales, a huge win. But unfortunately, even with barely Kingen getting off that combo there with Moham, looked like he might not have been able to utilize it. Once he got caught in that route, he's still able to make it happen.
Big BT shield, he seems pretty safe. Lines up a huge bullet time over the top of the Magnet Storm. And it just doesn't matter because he gets bombed to death.
Yep.
And then gets jumped on, all outed. Like, you know, he had his moments and he played it really well alongside of Moham, but it just eventually did not matter. Angle was maybe going to be the DK redemption arc in this game one. Instead, well, Gen.G got everything. Now we have a hugely deep TP, very far away from the team fight. He's going to have to run for about 17 minutes.
Let's see if he can catch one of these carries.
Well, he is going to find Chovy, who does try to buffer it and does fail, but guess what? Maokai pressed R, and nobody can join. Kingen's alone, and he is now dead. And the Ziggs bomb over the top gets a ton of damage down, and Keen also is just unkillable with this Mountain Soul. Looks like Gen.G, they play it carefully until they don't have to, and now they're looking to end the game.
That is going to be it. Some nice attempts from Dplus. That ain't AP Malphite. Chovy just shrugs it off, doesn't care, I got caught, but you don't have a team.
Yeah.
You don't have a Nexus.
And they can barely even survive in the fountain at the end. Gen.G, silent but deadly, as you put it, Pays.
It's difficult for Showmaker to all in this Garen. You can stabilize there quite well. You still have the Ziggs composition that's very, very strong in the mid game of pushing down turrets and making an impact from a long distance away. And then maybe they could do something. But if Keen just Valkyries it, then I mean, he doesn't care.
Also, Kingen is just not really a champ, but he does have Ghost. There's the Valkyrie. Keen will flash straight into the root, and the Olaf's on top of him, and Keen is just so dead. There's no way to get away from that one. Now, if the flash were better, he probably would have gotten away, but instead he just dies. And Lucid sets up first blood here for King.
Oh!
Wow, that was sick! And now, instead, Moham is able to flash in front of it, and he will have to give his life for the kill. That hook was definitely going to hit aiming.
Allow Gen.G to, once again, run away with the macro. Hard to engage here as Dplus, though. We really need to get value out of this OPLoL in this fight.
And once again,
Kinda
aiming
waiting.
is not here, so it's just a 5v4 in favor of Gen.G. They try to go in on OPLoL. That's not a good choice for Canyon. He might just die. He's dead. Down he goes. Now Keen trying to Valkyrie away. Remember, he doesn't have flash. He's going to go down. Double kill here for Kingin. As now trying to frontline with the Garen, but out comes Daisy, and Gen.G going to have to abandon ship. But there's another route that comes in. A triple kill for Kingin's OPLoL. And Aiming's just farming bot the whole time.
This champ.
Yeah. At least the ult doesn't last for too long early on, as now, oh, that knockback on a Lucid stops the hook from coming in, but it doesn't matter, as it's still going to be the kill. And now Kingin, no ghost, no flash, no ult. He can't get away now, as this is going to be a huge shutdown. They're going to give over to someone. It should be Keen, as eventually, surely, okay, he does take him down. 600 gold and a free turret down in the bottom side.
True, he has Ghost, he has ult. If he uses those tools, then he's diveable, and now the satchel's going to come through, and that is going to be first brick for Gen.G on top of the shutdown, and we see a 2,000 gold swing back now into their favor, as Lehens will also pick up his 5,000th assist in that moment.
Yeah.
And Lucid also with another unfortunate flash here. Down there, right, but obviously they knew he wasn't topside because they were pushing the turret there.
Can we dive a Garen?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
Well, we're going to figure it out here at the LCK. The answer is absolutely not.
Not even close.
Maybe with Lucid. I think with Lucid, follow-up here, probably a get-up. Maybe. Well, that's going to be an axe to come in. There's the root as well. Chovy in a bit of trouble. And the knockup comes in from Daisy, and finally they do take him down. But now counter dive up on the top side. Can we dive Nasus? The next question, this one much easier, although a lot of damage did go into Canyon. That is going to be a kill going over to Pace.
Okay, so ends up being a 2-for-1 here. It's going to be another turret for Gen.G.
Yeah, I mean, trading turrets against the Ziggs, never a good idea. Diving a Garen in general, not the best idea. They make it work, but it doesn't feel like they're trading up in any way. That's another turret that goes over to Gen.G, and 5 grubs as well.
I mean, that's part of why they're able to take that turret out here, required. And Showmaker, once again, is in trouble.
Oh, where have we seen this combo before? Well, press R, drop a hook, Pays not even needed, drops a bomb just in case.
No matter what, so he just kind of has to sit there and die, and there is no cross map.
Lehens in a little bit of a rough spot here, probably going to go down. DK, nice catch onto Lehens, who did have flash, but did not elect to utilize it.
Set that up, so somewhat forgivable. A really nice punish does come through. Let's see what they can get done with this, because top turret already died earlier. Mid and bottom are very healthy, and they don't have themselves a great siege composition over aiming right now. And BT is so valuable, obviously, into this comp, but Hens is playing a game here with Moham, and Moham loses.
I mean, they're going to hook up Poppy. Generally not a good idea. The knockup comes in, but Gen.G are on the escape. The ult comes out from the OPLoLR, and down will go Lehens. There's now Redemption as well. Gen.G, they play with fire, and DK, they say bring it.
But I feel like he was the winner in the end, because hooking the Poppy means a big front line. 40+, and now they're going in.
Yeah, another root here on a Canyon, who is very tanky. Down will go the Ivern, and Chovy, can they kill him is the question. Poppy, Moham is in the Riptail, goes in, and will just die. He does trade himself for the Garen. I guess that's worth, but now aiming, very awkward spot, has to trade flashes with Pays.
And now he's not here for this fight.
I feel like they got a little bit of that BNK in them.
Yeah.
In that moment, you know? They're like, we're all gonna go super deep.
They could have just been happy with the turret, you know, at over 10,000, nearly 11,000 there. Geen, has some teammates nearby.
Yeah.
But I think this turret just goes down. They're going to try to ult to save it.
All right, well, that's the root, and that's the hook underneath the turret, and max range doesn't matter. You get rooted, you get hooked. And Moham trying to disengage with his own ult is not successful.
Success. And obviously the follow-up to Lucid's roots.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, not again.
Moham!
Moham, he's got flash. He's actually trying to set up a play. Redemption on top. There's a bullet time. And, well, Moham does go down in the end. Daisy will not get her revenge.
It's TP, but he's a Ziggs. They might be in trouble here, Valdez. TP coming through as well from Showmaker.
Yeah, definitely trying to force this one. Gen.G, they want to do something about it. Canyon doesn't have his ult. The knock up here on a Moham. Not a lot of damage. Oh, comes in onto aiming. And Garen is in the back line. Down will go aiming. And the damage is just way too much. Gen.G, they get the punish. And it looked a little bit iffy, but now the bomba over the top as well. Ziggs will not be defeated. And now the two of them trying to get away. They do huddle up against the wall.
Popping Gen.G, good luck stealing. They don't even need to have that much control, but Lens has it here in the choke point. If Lucid steps too close, he will die, and they will get the Baron. So a little bit concerned about him walking up here.
Don't do it, Lucid.
Don't do it, man.
You have so much to live for. They need you for the Hex victory.
Yeah, he will not hard commit, just drops a Daisy. And the best target to hook, and Lehens takes him out. It's 10 out of 13 KP this game.
Yeah, I think especially his positioning, like he was in 5 players, threads the needle as you mentioned, gets the perfect target, but also pulls it directly on top of a teleporting Garen.
And the kills are close, but the map control is not.
Oh no.
Again!
Oh, Showmaker, he gets rooted at the very end of the Maokai ultimate, and it's just set up on a T for Lehens once again, who presses the Q, and they have the damage from ahead. This composition does.
And right now, Lehens, for this game, career is 8-1 on the Blitzcrank.
Then Asus against BNK, it got a win, and maybe they're saying, okay, maybe we can utilize this again, but not into this team, not in the Chovy. King instead, trying to go head-to-head against Chovy's Garen down 2 levels. Kingen bursts into laughter because there's not really much else you can do at this point. Game 2 it's done. BK, they don't have an angle.
Yeah, Showmaker hands off the keyboard here. Look at him just stand and watch. Chovy's just like, all right, well, I'm just going to keep pushing. Everybody is, however, getting hooked, as aiming will avoid this one. Yeah. But,
I think playing, MF in the last game could have been very nice. In this game, just doesn't feel nice at all.
No, Chovy's just going to solo this and hit bottom, while the rest of his team systematically destroys the top. The inhibitor will survive. On the gate. Yeah.
They have the flank, and now they're just going to try to engage on aiming, who is kind of frontlining here. But, oh boy, here comes Garen! And the Ziggs bomb over the top, and aiming just doesn't get to play the game. And Lehens, he's going to taunt Olaf away from the team fight. So that's going to win it there. As Gen.G, it almost looks like they're playing solo queue at this point. It's so one-sided.
Yeah, Chovy didn't even have to ult in that last kill onto aiming. Not sure who he ulted ultimately here, but somebody died, I think, off camera while we were watching Kingen try to chase Lehens.
Oh, the game is over. It's 2-0 for Gen.G. This is a playoff best-of-5, everybody. And Gen.G are just smurfing on them.
And so we have the same matchup topside. Definitely a lot more gankable this time around for Dplus because they have a Vi. And this Garen, if he's trying to really push the lane in a top lane situation, it's a much longer lane. There's a lot more vulnerability there. King gets some XP, but it's split. We'll TP here, but they're ready for it.
Oh. Hide on bush, except 3-man version. And yeah, Kingen's not going to be happy with that one. Lehens.
Look at his face, man.
One up. Yeah.
And by the way, they're still here.
Guess what? Yeah. Well, there's the flash stun on in. Kingen does have his flash, and he says, well, I'll use it, I guess. He is going to die anyway, and Pays also gets the kill. Kingen, again, is just left laughing.
I'll give Keen being half a top laner. Half a top laner versus 0.
I don't know what happened here, but Showmaker just, okay, baiting. Actually just baiting, and now Chovy's just dead. Down he goes. Lucy going to get that kill in this wild early game. You can see it plain as day is much easier to dive in these situations. And here comes Skarner, and that downback is not going to do anything as Showmaker just gets pushed into the rel.
Look at his face too, man.
Yeah, Canyon and Lehens, man, they're just high-fiving this entire series.
Yeah. She does end up getting most of these plates, obviously, because it's just a Garen here, but it's not like she is threatening to kill.
Here we go again. Lucid gonna miss the knock-up, and yep, level 6, as you mentioned, so now there's actually threat of a kill onto some of these lower health members of DK, and Kingen doesn't get to play the game.
This early game has just not been playable for Kingen, and Dplus will get this first dragon, so, and it's a Chemtech, so on one hand, that feels nice because you don't have Chemtech Soul, but actually Chemtech Soul is pretty good with the Seraphine comp, so maybe it's not really maybe it's not really all that great, actually, but
yeah.
I'm trying to find the positives here. I'm trying to find any good news.
That turret's gone, by the way.
Yeah.
I think the only way he maybe gets away is just running a straight line towards the turret. I think he's dead either way. Not much he can do. Lucid denied getting over the wall, instead elects to ult the Garen.
He doesn't have flash.
Well, he might be able to get out. No, oh, okay. Well, Lucid's got his hands on his face. I mean, guys, this is this is not very close.
Next right, King can play it. And now Canyon has ult. Oh boy.
Oh no. Kingen doesn't have his flash. So yeah, there's the Impale coming in, and the bomb sails over the head of Nasus, but it just doesn't matter, as now maybe a punish. 3 members of DK down in the bottom lane. Pays flashing into the fight. I'm not sure that's going to work out for him, but the damage, where is it from the side of DK? There it is. Finally, they take out Pays as well. Canyon not going to get over the wall, has to flash. It in their draft as well, which is just so fun to see.
Bomb's dead.
Well, maybe trying to get Canyon here. See how that works. He's going in, actually, on aiming. Knows he's dead. Can't get away. Ulting the wave here is Pays, as Pays will go down. And DK gonna get another something.
You can see at the same time, Kingen is on Wolves, so you know, he's still not playing the game on the other side. The Ziggs, I was going to talk about the items earlier. He got his Luden's Companion a long time ago, and aiming is still trying his best to finish that first item. Wasn't able to do it on that last back, even with the kill he picked up. But I mean, they're desperate for anything. They want to fish for a pick. They want to find some sort of angle. They want to find some sort of setup. They have a pick-based comp where if Moam sets up the CC, Shumaker gets the pullback. If he's there, you know.
And just try to catch up, as we've mentioned. Zeke's first here for the Skarner. So Gen.G also have been really high rolling on these Drakes. They didn't necessarily really need to, but now a combo. Okay, a lot of CC. Unfortunately, that's Skarner, so not really able to blow up the Skarner. Down goes the turret, down goes the Leona, and Gen.G get another win.
Great 1-2 punch from Moam Showmaker, like we've been talking about this whole game, but they don't have enough damage to kill the Skarner. Chovy had TP. He's just going to come up here and clear this up. Now, Lucid is here. They may be able to punish.
Chovy is in a lot of trouble here. Look at that burst that comes in. The Talia TPing in.
So much needed gold for Kingen as well. You can get, and that's Chovy's TP down as well as Moam is here.
Yeah, I think Kingen overstays. Showmaker's backing. And Kingen's like, well, I'll stay. Maybe I can get another plate. And he might be able to, just barely not able to. Gets smoked down. And that's the end of him.
This Pays is like lurking. He's like, you guys need my bomb? They're like, nah, don't waste it again. You wasted it last time. And he's like, okay, I was just saying maybe if I got the kill, they're like, nah, don't waste it. Keen and Lucid will interact with each other.
Yeah, we've seen this fight before. There's the bomb from Pays. Is going to hit very much on the edge of this one. Lucid. And there is empowered recall here. Chovy going to stop the back, actually. Valkyrie over the wall. Not sure if he knows about the Nasus behind him, but now he's about to find out. Kingen is going to do a decent amount of damage as the Qs will come in. The flash is there, but you're not getting away from Nasus, buddy. Is down. He will go. Kingen sends him a thumbs up.
You know, I mean, they're slowly but surely getting themselves a few kills here.
700 gold.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money. Lucid again caught though.
Yeah, gonna be silenced up, and now he's got a Skarner on his back. Nice knockback here from Showmaker, just desperately trying to help out his buddy.
Hey, he's got his Seraphs complete now. Once he gets Leandries, these types of exchanges are going to go really well, and Kingen is starting to become relevant now. There's like, he's going to take this turret out, picks up 2 kills, right? Ends up getting that shutdown. Now 300 more gold in his pocket. He's sitting on 282 stacks here. As once again, they're using the Hextech Rift incredibly well, and Keen's the next target. This pick comp is starting to come online, Valdez.
Yeah, Keen is Garen, trying to trade one back here, but not going to complete the spin into ult. And they do commit pretty heavily up to the top side of the map here. Satchel, passive, down goes the turret, and there's a Drake available. So yes, you got the kill. Still not there, does have TP.
Yeah, I mean, this is Moam.
Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble. Does have the Eclipse up, but when you get Magnet Storm and Impaled, there's not much you can do. He's level 6. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Using the Hextech Rift, You like to see something, so they're going to look for another one in live.
Yeah, the TP is coming in here from Chovy. A lot of damage into Keen, but that is still Garen. Chovy not able to chunk through the Nasus, but guess who's here? It's Pays, and he's doing a ton of damage. Lucid also trying to join. Keen getting pretty low as Lucid extends the Encore and targets it right into the Garen, as a lot of wave clear is coming in, and Lucid sticking around. A big knockback comes in though, and DK are winning a fight while Canyon is just taking the drink.
This starts to feel like the kind of game that maybe Atlas would have bet his hair on, Valdez. Keen gets slowed, and we're not done in live.
Just never done with the action. This time it's a 2v1. Nobody else is nearby, and Keen will just pick up the kill. So
Trying to blow up, Chovy is trying to take out. As
here we go again, another pick, but Canyon this time he's going to use it to his advantage. Tries to pull Moham after the wall. That's another satchel coming in, and a big bomb to the face of Moham. And now, Canyon, once again, through the wall, gonna bring Showmaker straight into the rel as the Encore is good once again, but it's not quite as good as the team play from the side of Gen.G. And now aiming on Seraphine, you know, he did his job, but he's gonna be able to get away, and now with Barrett available, 21 minutes into the game, Gen.G will start it up. Hayes is, okay, they're just looking to turn this one. He's on the side. He's got the mines in the perfect spot, and the damage into Kingen is huge. He's not quite that tanky just yet. It should be another couple of kills going the way of Gen.G as Canyon gonna throw a rock and take down Leona again.
Flash ult.
There is Lehens in the brush, who is going to hop away, but now in goes Lucid. The satchel is not enough to save Lehens' life.
This has just been a fantastic game from Dplus from behind. I mean, even though they are still massively so behind, as they're grouped for it once again, Lehens no vision.
Yeah, and there it is. This time Lehens opening himself up to get picked, just kind of running into the brush. Meanwhile, we got a 1v1 on the bottom side. We're going to see who wins this one. Looks like Nasus by the end of it. Keen gonna get withered up as well, and he has nowhere to go. It's a shutdown for Kingen.
All right.
All right.
Maybe we do get it. Maybe we will, but Chovy says no.
Mid. Yep. And I'm trying to force an engage, trying to force something. They know that Kingen's on the right side. And again, in the 1v1, Keen has to be very careful about trying to take that against the Nasus. It's not going to work out. So once again, we reset positioning. Last cone to get over the wall. And a reset on the Dragon as well.
Trying to punish Kingen's flank here, but he just keeps walking back. Moham, though, isolated.
It's so difficult for him to play. I mean, he has to get a flash engage in. Otherwise, the Ziggs just rips him apart. Now Lucid has to flash away. The wall goes over, and Showmaker's just dead! Just like that, but a massive encore, a re-engage from the side of DK, but the Impale catches two. And it should get enough room here for the side of Gen.G, and it will 100%. They get a second Hextech Drake, and a triple kill for the Corki.
So close to greatness every single moment here in that fight. Like, the constant flanks from Kingen. He's trying to set up a wither there onto a prio target.
And with a team behind him, so there's the satchel. Down will go that inner.
And they have 6 turrets down. And it's hard to pick when there's no overextension. It's the Baron buff as Lucid's going deep.
Yeah, he has to try something, but the Zonius is there, and he had the satchel set up. He knew the engage was coming, and now the flash Impale. And this game, and this series, is just over. Gen.G are not pulling any punches. Showmaker desperate to try to take down Chovy, King and the last remaining member, but they have a wave in top, and Gen.G will showcase why they are by far the best team in the LCK at the moment.
Few hiccups, a few great punishes from Dplus, but the lane swapping Ziggs does them in. And it's 25 kills to 16, a very, very bloody game, but not for one moment were Gen.G not in control.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.